Hello, hello, hello. This is George Barber, the Queen City driver, coming from the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. And I am stoked, excited for you guys, especially you new Uber drivers, because what I'm about to share with you today, I wish somebody had shared with me before I became an Uber driver. So if you just stick with me on this video, I'll make sure that you are well informed, well prepared, and ready to go. All right, so the title of this video is the 10 tips for the new Uber Lyft driver preparing for a successful Uber Lyft Driver Airport Pickups in 2018. Okay, and I'm going to share these tips with you. I'm going to talk a little bit more as we go so that you'll understand exactly what these tips mean and are and what the pictures on here mean. Okay, all right, my first tip for you is, but let me back up just a hair. There are usually three people that's watching this video today. You're the person that you're thinking about becoming an Uber or Lyft driver. The second person is a person who is already an Uber Lyft driver and is looking to sharpen his or her skills so they can be a better professional Uber Lyft driver. The third person is a person that is going to become an Uber Lyft driver and you just are ready to make that decision today. Either way, I'm going to help you with whatever category you fall in today, okay? My very first tip for being able to be for a new Uber driver is to purchase Uber Lyft decals and properly display them in your vehicle. As soon as you apply to become, and click the link below my description down here, and don't forget to subscribe. When you click that link and you wait maybe 4 or 5 days, Uber is going to notify you that you are ready to drive. During that time, or once you have been notified, I want you to go ahead and print you out or either purchase an Uber Lyft decal and properly display it in the right windshield of your vehicle, the right rear corner windshield of your vehicle. This is extremely important because no matter what airport you're going to work out of, it doesn't have to be my airport. Your airport is going to do the same thing. They're going to ask that you have that decal showing, displaying in your vehicle so they can clearly see that you're an Uber and or a Lyft driver. And if you're not, they have the right to not allow you to drive or sit in the staging area or pick up customers at the airport. That is extremely, extremely important. Now, my second tip is this. Open your Uber Lyft app and read the airport rules. This is extremely important. I opened my app and I read the rules 3 times because I didn't want to be kicked out of the airport. I didn't want to, waste my time and not be an efficient Uber or Lyft driver. And so as over here to the right, you can see it says airport information. You can find that link on your Uber, within your Uber app with your city in there. Read it 3 times, very important. Then this way you'll know the rules of the airport, okay? All right, tip number 3. All right, take a drive to the airport to find the staging and pickup areas. When I was in the military, they called this doing a reconnaissance. Don't go out and try to pick up customers on this day. Go out there, and you can do this before you get your approval, because all you want to know is where is the staging area where I'm supposed to sit, where your car is going to sit in your airport to wait to receive riders from either Uber or Lyft. And you also need to know where to go pick those riders up at. What's the proper protocol? Where's my car going to go to pick up my customer or my rider once I leave my staging area? So you need to know where the staging area is, and you need to know where the pickup area is for the customer. Extremely, extremely important. It took me about 3 weeks just to find out where the staging area was. I rode to the airport several times asking security guards, where is the area that I go, the staging area, where I go to park my car to receive riders with Uber and Lyft? I got no answer for 3 weeks. Finally, I ran across someone I seen driving to the staging area with a decal on their car, and I followed them, and I learned the system by just walking into it. Okay, that's not the way I want you guys to do. I want you to be well informed. So moving ahead, tip number 4, download the airport app or a airport app for your airport so you will know when the airplanes arrive in your area. I have an airport app on my phone. I pull it open. I usually look at the list before I go to the airport to see what planes are going to arrive. I can see what planes have already arrived, and it gives me an idea strategically whether I should even go to the airport. Because if there's no planes coming, guess what? You're not going to have a lot of riders at the airport, and you're going to be sitting in the staging area for 45, 50 minutes, sometimes maybe 2 hours. There's no sense of doing that. You can drive in the city during that time and still make money. Okay. Reason people go to the airport is they're looking for longer trips, but don't cut yourself short by going to the airport and there is no business. Okay. Stay in the city because there's always business in the city somewhere once you learn your city. Okay, extremely important. So moving right along, tip number 5, and this is another strategic tool that you'll use to find out what's going on at the airport. On the left, there's 2 pictures of a Uber screen, and on the right, there's 2 pictures of a Lyft screen. What these screens are, okay, these are what we call the queue. When you open up your Uber app for the first time, you're going to see the queue. The queue is how many people, how many drivers are sitting at the airport right now. And for example's sake, or illustration's sake, on the left side, you can see a little airplane. You tap on that airplane, it tells you that there's 25 cars at the Uber staging area waiting on riders right now. If you tap the airplane on the Lyft app, it shows that there is 15 cars. This will open up 15 drivers that are there waiting right now. So if you know you only have, say you have 50 slots at your airport. Just an example. You can give yourself a good idea of how many cars are parked there, how many other drivers, and whether you should go there or not. My lot is probably 150 strong. So if it says 25 plus at the Uber app, it could be I could go and maybe I shouldn't go. It just, you got to be able to fill it out and know the times of the day and know your market as well. So that's tip number 5, okay? Is to check your airport, check your app on your Uber and your Lyft app to see how many other drivers are there. And also, tip number 6, when at the airport and in the staging area, turn on your Uber Lyft app so that you can receive, riders. And when a rider is sent to your app, your screen will accept it. Your screen will make a noise on Uber or Lyft. You just tap on whichever screen or whichever one you're working, and you're ready to go and get the driver. But that leads to my next tip. Well, before I go to my next tip, and this depends on your airport. At my airport, the Uber and Lyft parking slots are clearly written on the ground with the letter U or the letter L. Maybe a little different in your area, I don't know, but that's typically the way Uber and Lyft does it, okay? So, my next tip number 7, before you leave for the rider to pick up, once you've received that call from a rider, before you leave to pick up a rider in your area, okay, call them, give them your name, tell them what color car you're driving, tell them you're working for Uber or Lyft, whoever your app's on with at the time, and confirm with them, okay, that what they have, what they're wearing. Do they have a green suitcase, orange suitcase? Do they have a Pittsburgh Steelers hat on, a trench coat? Whatever they're wearing will help you distinguish who they are as quick as possible, because they can see your face on the app and your license plate, but you don't know what they look like. They could be in a crowd of 100 people. I'm not joking. So make sure you call them, let them know you're coming, and get those details out the way before you arrive to pick them up. Okay? So that's tip number 7. Tip number 8, at the pickup, before the rider enters your car, confirm by asking them their name to make sure you have the right rider. Okay? Ask them their name. Once you confirm that, help them with their luggage, help them with their suitcases, help them put them in the back of your car, especially if it's a female. And then make sure your trunk is empty, completely empty and clean. That'll help you get the 5 stars that I've been talking to you and teaching you about. So that's tip number 8. No further ado, tip number 9. Once you're there in the car, confirm where they're going. This will allow your customer to feel completely comfortable with you from a professional standpoint, that you asked to confirm their location and that they know that they're going where they put in their app to go. So you're just confirming it with them. You're going to 677 8th Street, Market Street. Is that correct, sir? They'll say yes or no. They'll say yes. Great. Well, let's get started. Let's get you there. So that's how that works. All right. Step number 10, start the trip in navigation. Typically, Uber has a button that you slide to the right, or let's see, you slide it to the right to start the Uber trip. And on the Lyft application, you tap the button to start the trip. So at any rate, your trip is started. Your navigation now is running and telling you step by step where to go. So if you're prepared in these ways, it's a no-brainer to become a successful Uber driver. If you will practice these steps every single time, beyond fail, you will be successful. Now, that concludes this video, but below, before you leave, there's below in the description, below my video, you'll see my website. It's called thequeencitydriver.com. I want you to go to the website. If you're ready to get started, which you probably are at this point in time, go ahead and click on the link. The first link, there's a couple links. You go to thequeencitydriver.com. You can click on the button that says Uber or Lyft, whichever one you want to drive with, or both. And or you can come right here and go directly to the Uber and Lyft app by clicking on Become a Lyft Driver or clicking on Become an Uber Driver, where you see those links here at the top. If you would like to experience the free rides or the $20 discounted ride, go ahead and click on the Uber $5 off for his first 3 rides, or either the Lyft $20 off for riding with Lyft. And that's I'm giving you that. That's a gift, and that will give you a discount on your ride, because you need to experience what it's like to be on the other side as a rider as well. Okay, and then last but not least, guys, comment and smash that like button for me and share this video. And go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you can get more great content like this. I'm going to be doing some great things. I've been in for a year and a half, as I mentioned, and I have a lot of information I want to share with new drivers. My heart is to assist you so that you don't have to go through all the turmoil and figuring things out like I had to do. And remember, go ahead and subscribe, guys. I want to be the first to welcome you to the world of ride sharing. And I wish you the best and the most success. Go ahead and click those links now. I'll see you on the other side of success.